Just putting this on because we're getting checked by the police or the Guardia.
Yeah.
We just come onto a toll road and we're just getting checked, so I can't put the camera up.
That's a weight. Checking our weight.
Oh, he's checking our weight. That's what he's doing. Just give you a quick flick round when they're not looking. It's a weight check. So we actually stopped and get.
Lucky we done our weight. So yes.
Well,
welcome back.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back to the channel, and we're getting checked.
We've just basically left. We've just left, haven't we?
Left the bunker.
From our last vlog, we're just talking about. I wonder what we're going to do for our next vlog. I wonder what it's going to be like. And then we come onto a toll road, and bang, we're straight in, pulled in. Jumps out in front of us and directs us in here, doesn't he? So I will try and show you when they're looking round. So basically they're just checking that guy there, checking for his weight, and I think that's what they're going to do with us now. But I'll try and keep the camera rolling and let you know what's going on.
Bonjour.
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 Yes. First to do Dutch?
No Dutch, no.
I don't speak English, ich spreche Deutsch natürlich. Gib mir Führerschein, gib mir das Papier, das Auto, ja?
Paperwork?
Ja.
Yeah.
So he wants the paperwork.
Up there.
You get it out, darling.
Das ist ein Dokument official.
Official driving?
Ja.
So there's both chassis, the weight for the both.
4,500.
Ja,
Yeah.
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 That's not how much it costs.
No.
Right, so he's wanting you to go forward, love. You can't see him really.
No.
Keep going, keep going. That's it, stop there.
I've got all my documents.
Bloody hell. I'm so glad we did the weight before we came out though, gosh. Anyway, I've got to put it down again. It's coming back.
You come with me?
Just took the in there.
No?
Problème.
How come?
Problème. 3,5? Okay.
No.
No.
4. On the door?
I don't know what's happening.
Other side. So. Rear?
Oui.
Front? Total.
I don't think he's happy with something. I don't think he's happy.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay, yeah. Sehr gut.
Yeah.
Ja, das ist sehr gut, ja.
Okay. Merci.
Ja, sehr gut.
So weight's good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How much?
4,100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Put that there. So we good? Yeah. Thank you. Merci.
Yes. You can go on the left.
And down there.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Au revoir. What was that?
That's me wallet.
Why did he call you in?
He thought it was 3,500. So I had to prove that this is a 4,500 vehicle. And now,
He said go through there.
yeah,
Down. So we're actually on a weighbridge. Look,
just lifting the van up.
you are.
Yeah,
Because of the drop.
yeah,
All right. So you just put using your air suspension.
yeah,
It's just the way it comes down there, isn't it?
yeah.
Do you want me to get out and watch you around?
So it's good at the back, hopefully. It was good. So we'll go in here. I want to stop for a minute.
Yeah. Stop here then.
Yeah. And then I want to put it back in normal mode.
Right. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Like we tried to say, we've just left that place we were at before. We're just getting on the road, like I said, and then that happened.
Yes.
So just make sure in future, like, well,
Yeah.
we did get caught. So like we said in one of our vlogs when we were preparing, we weighed Ruby, and we said it's a really good idea to do it because they won't take any nonsense if you're overweight.
Yeah. So basically you looked in the logbook, and the logbook, or the V5's got like 3,500, but then if you look down a little bit more, it does say 4,500. Plus I showed him the plate on the door, showed him both rear and front axle weights and the plate. However, he was happy with that in the end. He realised we are 4,100 kilos total, so we've still got 400 kilos, and we've got water and everything in the van, so I'm happy with that. Now it's time to get moving.
I thought I was going to have to get a flight home then. He was going to kick me out if he were overweight. Anyway, let's get back on the road to our next destination.
Yes.
Right, so now we're heading towards the Somme.
Yes.
And we're going that way first because we are going to pay our respects to Lee's stepdad. We have his ashes. There's a certain place he wants his ashes scattered, and his dog. We have mentioned it before, but if we haven't, that's why we're heading to the Somme. We're going to get that done now, and then once we've done that, we'll be heading back up towards Normandy area. So we're going to a camping car park tonight, aren't we? We're going to be there for 2 nights. We've got a couple of things to do while we're there, and things to show you. Yeah. So we're going to chill now. Yeah. Get to our spot, and then we'll pick you back up when we get there.
I'm just glad, so glad we weighed the motorhome before we came out.
So we've arrived safely. We're in properly.
Recycling complete.
We're just using that as a recycling at the moment. So, yeah, so you've got electric on here, haven't you?
Yes, so at the end of the day, we don't need it. I mean, we're at 80-odd%.
I'll tell you what we're at.
So we're not
82,
gonna.
That's after driving. It was 77 or something, 78.
Yeah. Before. So I don't know whether just to top it up to 100 or leave it and see how we get on. But it was never at its fullest when it was installed.
I think we charge it. I think we put it on electric.
So I think
we paid for it anyway. It's in the price.
I think we're going to have to probably see. Let's get it to 100%, and then we can basically see how it ticks over 100% and see how much we use as we do our travels then. Yeah. Like I say, it's always good, I suppose, to give them a proper charge fully. So that's what I'll do.
I think we're just going to chill out for this evening. Aren't we? We're just going to chill out now, I think. Yeah. Just get something to eat. There's a couple of shops around here, but I have looked and they are shut. Right. The one that is open is a driving distance, or we can go on the bikes. Yeah. That's an option. But nothing's open till Monday. Yeah. And I mean, what's the time now? We are 6 in the evening. 6 in the evening, and it's still nice and light outside. Good morning. Right, we had a decent night's sleep here, didn't we? Did, yeah. Very peaceful here, actually. Yeah, it's all like little, they're not just pitches or you're parked up next to each other like on some of the sites. It's all like separated by bushes and things, and it is for tents as well, isn't it? Yeah, you can have tents on here. I believe even on their site, you can even put a caravan on here. Yeah, you can, yeah. So I'll just show out the window. As you can see, we're in a little partitioned area from with bushes. But the great thing about this, it was €13 for the night. So what's that? No more than a tenner, surely. Yeah. So that's really good price. We're hoping to come back here tonight again if there's spaces. The good thing about this one is, with all the camping car park ones, you can sort of tell what spaces are left. Today we're going to head off and get some shopping, because I haven't done any shopping yet. And then we're going to head off and do what we came to this area to do. We'll show you a bit of the area because it is historical anyway, to World War I actually. Yes. So in the Somme area. And we're not far from the River Somme actually, so if we do get a chance to come back, we'll show you a little bit of this area as well. So this is where we've parked up, in here. And Because this is one-way system, this is coming down. I'm just gonna, ooh, it's coming out. Okay. So it's just, you wouldn't get much in that one there, I don't think. That's fine, it's done. Yeah, it looks quite a nice site, so hopefully we'll be back later. You ready?
Yeah, I think if I remember rightly, I need the car to tap out and go out. Happy with that. We found a spot. Well, actually, the car park's quite empty, to be honest.
It's just working out how to come in because about 3 different ways in, but one actually is a no entry, but there's another 2 and they're just a bit tight, aren't they?
Yeah, well, this one's perfect.
But we're in now, and it is open Sundays. It's a Carrefour, I believe you say it like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll agree.
And it's open on Sunday, but it's only open Sunday morning, so we've got to get this done first before we head off anywhere else.
Yes.
So let's go do some shopping. We'll be back with you later. So we've got 2 bags of stuff to put away. Love the French bread. Can't wait to have that later in a sandwich. Just some bits. The freezer, not too much. We haven't got mega loads of space, and we can do it again in a couple of days' time, can't we? And stock up again. So happy days.
Because it's just up there.
Yep. So show you some parking here. Looks like we can just pull in up here. There's a war memorial there in front of you. And it looks like this is just parking here, is it?
This is it.
Oh, we're just going to pull it. Is that Sunken Lane there? So we're just going to leave the van there. Should be all right. We're not going too far up anyway.
No, so there is a cemetery a bit further up here, but where we are is Sunken Lane. Who were here at the time was the Lancashire Fusiliers.
This is World War I, isn't it?
World War One, yeah, so Battle of the Somme.
So I'm just reading a little bit about this Sunken Lane. And the reason that Lee's stepdad is really interested in this area is because he was interested in the Fusiliers.
Yeah.
And the Lancashire Fusiliers were actually here planning. They were using it like a trench, really,
Yes,
with the high banks at the sides. And,
yeah, so these sunken paths, footpaths, roads, whatever, it's quite common in Europe, but this one is actually Sunken Lane.
Yeah.
You can see people have already been here paying respects.
So this says at 3 o'clock in the morning on the 1st of July 1916, 2 companies of the Fusiliers had moved into Sunken Road. So that's when they came here. 1916.
Yes. This is where we're going to scatter John's ashes. We're going to go up to the cemetery and let him free. But, you know, it always gives a sobering thought when you come to these sort of places. I mean, you can't picture it now, but however, the pain and suffering that must have been going on, you know, back then is unreal. There's another little plaque here. And that has got on it the Lancashire Fusiliers.
At 7:30 hours, the Lancashires rose up out of Sunken Road, moving leftwards out of the above photo. So it's showing you above photo, which is this area.
Is this. So if I show you this.
They were cut down within a matter of metres. As they left Sunken Road and advanced right to left, they were vulnerable from the high ground they were attacking because the early detonation of the mine and the subsequent failure to take the position, the Lancashires were also badly exposed to incoming fire. They were being shot at from the sides as well as the front. So can you imagine, they were here ready because they were planning for the crater, the famous crater that's around here. They were planning that. That's what they were doing. That's what was happening. And they were here preparing to go out into the field, not knowing that because the Germans had realised what was going on, they were coming in.
Yeah.
So they weren't expecting.
The mine that was detonated early.
Yeah.
So it threw everything a little bit out of sync.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm saying I don't know 100% everything. I'm just reading from here. But yeah, so the reason we're here is because John was really interested in the Fusiliers, and he was really interested in the story, and he's been here himself.
Yeah.
and this is where he wanted his ashes scattered. So
that's what we're going to go and do
we're
now.
going to do, yeah. And yeah, it's a very interesting bit of history, but you can imagine, well, I can't imagine actually, but you can try to imagine just how nervous these soldiers were.
Yeah.
And
the
not knowing,
you know, being stuck out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
being in here preparing to go out there on the attack and not expecting what was going to happen to them.
Yeah.
Or expecting what was going to happen to them, knowing that they could possibly, the minute they've come out of this area here into the open, they're going to die.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And there's a lot of casualties here, so I mean over the whole Somme, you know, there's a lot of casualties, but this area, I mean the company, and they did lose a lot of people. So sad, really.
There's a lot of died, a lot injured, and there was some missing as well. And I think they came back here as well and used this as like a refuge area so they could get evacuated from. Afterwards they all retreated back here.
So this is the cemetery. So it must have been up over this front.
Yeah.
And this is as far as they possibly got, and that's where they've laid the cemetery.
That was quite emotional, and it's been done. And Lee's stepdad, John, and Beau the dog have both now been scattered right near a tree on the Sunken Lane. And we did FaceTime your mum, didn't we?
Yeah.
We've done a little video for his mum, and we FaceTimed his mum, and she actually said that is a tree that he actually wanted to be near, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we've actually probably done the best we could ever do for him. Between your mum and us, we've managed to help with a man with his dying wish.
Yes. So
which I'm very proud that I've been a part of that moment for him. A really good man, and I'm really glad I've been part of that moment.
Yeah, and that's good. So we can let him go on his journey now, and we'll go on ours. You ready then?
I'm ready. We're going to go and see something else now, aren't we?
We are, yes.
So stay with us. We've got something else coming up. Where are we now, Lee?
Well, we're at the Beaumont-Hamel Newfoundland Memorial. So here I believe they've got preserved trenches that you can still walk around and have a look at. But basically 1st of July in 1916, the Battle of the Somme begins. The Newfoundland Regiment, part of the British Army, is sent into battle. Within 30 minutes, and then you can really take in, once we take you around and take in what actually happened, within 30 minutes, 700 of the 800 soldiers were killed or wounded. The regiment was almost wiped out. So that's a sobering thought right there. Today the site is one of the best preserved World War I battlefields, with trenches, shell craters and barbed wire still visible from that day. The memorial park includes the Danger Tree, which marked the furthest many soldiers advanced before being cut down by the German machine guns. So we'll have a look at the Danger Tree as well. Right, let's go inside and take a look.
So when you get out of here, in the car park, there's this funny shaped lines on the road, and and also on the grass there. And it goes all the way into the field over there. I was wondering what that was, and I'm wondering if it's this. Is it Uxbridge Road Trench? Not sure. Oh, because it's A, which is here. So I'm guessing, yeah, I'm guessing. Oh look, there's the actual picture of it. What it did look like it was, look.
Yeah, I think it was a trench.
Yeah, and that's what they've done here. They've left the lines, marked it out. It's free to walk around, and they're giving you maps to walk around with. But the lady there has just stopped us and said, if you want to walk around for free, look at the map. If you want a bit more context, you go in the museum.
And she's actually Canadian. Because
Canadian?
it's part of the Canadian battlefield, yeah. But like I say, this is the preserved trenches as well, and obviously the British Army fought here as well. So, but you can still see all the indents from the craters in the ground.
And this is a museum.
Yeah. So this is what the battlefield would have looked like. Obviously, it's all green now, but it's just showing you photos. If you look at the size of that gun. The horses, can't forget them because they were a big part on the...
This signage just talks a little bit about the Somme offensive.
Right, okay.
And
you can see the battlefield there. There would be the danger tree. No man's land here, so forces left from here, they never really got further than the danger tree before they were getting mowed down by the German guns, and it looks like on all flanks. So we're going up towards the trenches now. Jodie's going to look at the map. We're at the number 2 landmark point, but just looking around here you can see all the trenches and craters. This is the 29th Division, 1914 to 1918. So we don't know if we go left or right, I don't think it matters.
this is 29 Division Monument. The Newfoundland Regiment served most of the First World War as part of the 29th Division 88th Brigade, Division's 88th Brigade, formed in early 1915.
Look, they've even got a base of a gun down there. I think that's a base of a gun. So look at all the craters. And you can start seeing some trench lines. And there's a big memorial, monument, shall we say?
The big stag on the top.
The Canadians.
Yeah.
But look, these will be the trenches. Okay, so we're going to climb to the memorial. I think we can get a good view actually over the trenches from up here. We will see. So as we're looking at it, the danger tree itself would have been that way. I'm assuming it could be where the cemetery is placed now. So we're going to go for a walk down there. Right, okay, so this is a big memorial. And you can see a lot of names on this. We're just walking through one of the trenches. I'm not sure if this is how deep they would have been, but I suppose...
I think they'd have been a bit deeper than this.
A bit deeper, probably.
Yeah.
But you can follow some of the trench network. So where we're standing right now, I'll just turn you around there. This is the British front line. And you can see the trench line going all through there. So this would have been the forward trench. And just down that way, near where that memorial is where you'll find Danger Tree. It's a bit of a loop round. So once you're on this path, you just walk all the way around and you've got the different places to view. What's
the history behind the Danger Tree then, do you know?
Yeah, so the Danger Tree is basically, it was named that because the British troops, that was the furthest point they ever got. Every time they got past the Danger Tree, they were mowed down by the German machine guns. Hence it became the Danger Tree.
Right.
Just behind me, not that far, I would say about 10 metres or so, that was the British front line. So if you think 10, maybe 15 metres, This is actually the danger tree. It's not the cemetery, it's here. So it was that short distance the troops didn't get past. Yeah, literally just there. And we're starting to see bunkers or trench lines down here, which probably tells me this is where the Germans
Yeah, I just found out as well that they knew what was happening. The Germans knew what was happening from the prisoners of war.
Yeah.
So they must have tortured it out of them. So they knew where the British posts were, they knew when they were going to plan their attack, and they knew when the mine was going to blow up. So they had an advantage on that.
This is the German front line, and you see it goes all the way across here and through there and all the way up. And it's just up there where the British front line was, so not far at all.
As you can imagine, there must be areas that they haven't been able to clear.
Another massive memorial here. So it's for the 51st Highland Division, who in the wars of 1914 to 18 and 1939 to 45 gave their lives. Come to a viewpoint really. It could be a natural type of trench, I'm not sure.
Doesn't have a number on it, does it?
No, but it would have been a good place to stay low, that's for sure. All this scenario around here, so Sunken Lane, this here, it had a mine that basically went off, and it was about 40 metres wide, 15 metres deep. However, the next mine explosion we're going to is going to be the biggest one of that period, where I believe it's 100 metres wide, and I can't remember, I think it was 27 tonnes of explosives. But when we get there, we'll take a look at this crater it's left behind, still there today. Right, so we're here. Yes, I've got a little bit of, I suppose, history on this. The Lochnagar Crater. So it was created on the 1st of July 1916, on the first day of the Battle of the Somme. Formed by a huge underground mine explosion set by the British Royal Engineers beneath German trenches. The blast was one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history, using 27 tonnes of explosives. The explosion left a crater 100 metres wide by 30 metres deep, still visible today, which we're going to have a look at. The attack aimed to break German defences, but despite the massive explosion, British troops still faced heavy resistance. Today the site is a World War I memorial symbolising the sacrifice of thousands of soldiers in the Somme.
There's lots of information boards about different people dotted around.
You can imagine, can't you, the digging, how hard that must have been to get under the German trench lines. But then look at the size of this crater it formed.
Wow. That's huge. You can walk all the way around it.
Yeah.
So we can have a quick walk around if you want.
Yes, definitely. You can just imagine the devastation of that moment.
Shot at dawn. For many men of all ranks and social class, the stress of war often become too much to bear. So it's to do with the court martials and discipline of the soldiers, because the war became too much to bear.
This is even more of a sobering thought. So every one of these planks is a memorial to people, and for some reason I stopped at this one, and as I looked down, now this was a private in the West Yorks Regiment and age 16 years old. The one next to him is 17, 18, 19, 28. So the sacrifice of very, very young men.
God, I didn't even notice that. How many explosives did you say? 27
tons.
27 tons.
Yeah. If you think our vehicle's 4.5 tons,
yeah.
It's a lot of them.
A lot. So I've been looking at a couple of these, and it's telling you their story of some of the people that survived and what it was actually like to be there. Well, that was good to actually see the crater, because we'd heard the story through the other memorial that we were at before, and it's good to actually see it.
So this is the biggest crater, but yeah, I mean, if you think all around this area, the devastation, and you know, I mean, there was obviously the villages that people living in the area as well, and what it must have been like for them. It brings it home how good we've got it in the modern day world, you know. Yeah, they didn't have the technology and all the tools we've got these days. I believe that they mainly had shovels and spades and things to it would have been
build them trenches. Gosh.
Yeah, Royal Engineers, sappers, diggers.
But so that's us done here anyway. So we're going to head back. Hopefully, I'm going to see if I can get, there's any spaces left on the camping car park. Hopefully get back on there. It's about 25 minutes away, something like that.
Yeah. Well, we've arrived back at the Air. It actually says on the app there's 13 places taken, but I think what it does is you're booked in for your 24 hours. Everyone's pretty much left, so if we look around, it's empty. So you can see all the designated pitches. So we've chose this one because it's a nice entrance in, but you've got the bushes either side. Like I say, there is electric if you do need it here. We don't need it, not now the battery's full. But yeah, you've got other pitches there and all dotted around there. And it looks like some statics and stuff at the rear. Where that block is, you've got a code, there is toilets and stuff like that if you need them. So it's ideal. There is a drive over wastewater area to dump your waste, Nelson Point, and fresh water if you need it, which we will be getting tomorrow. But yeah, so at the moment we got a really peaceful Air to ourselves. So this one's €13.10 a night. Ain't bad. So it's been a really good day today, but we're going to close this one off here. You ain't got nothing else to say, love, have you, for this one?
Is that you telling me I don't have anything to say?
I don't know, have you?
I might make your arm ache a bit more now and just like come up with loads.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say it's been really successful, like Lee said, and we've did the best we could do for John. We've been to see some World War One history.
Yeah. And
it's been fantastic. The weather's been good. We've come back here. It's beautiful and sunshiny for this time of year, so we're really happy with that. We will try and show you a bit more of this place on the next vlog when we pick it up briefly before we move on somewhere else. But we're looking at heading back towards the Normandy area.
Yeah, so this is when we start heading that way. So I think tomorrow's going to be a big drive, about 3.5 hours.
So we'll catch you in the morning.
Yes, so thanks again to everyone that supports the channel. As always, we appreciate it. Everyone that's come along, subscribed, and is new to the channel, hello, and thank you for supporting. We will catch you on the next one where we're heading to Normandy. So until then, bye.
Au revoir.